According to the specialist I went to some years ago, ear, nose, and throat specialist, and when you ain't got insurance, they won't even look at you. But they'll look at you a little bit when you pay the office visit up front. It was $35. I went. I didn't go into debt. I got a receipt. I paid in cash up front. So I figured if I paid up front, the specialist would look at me better. So he gave me his diagnosis. He says he was born with a bent your nose. I think they call it cartilage. Is that what he call it? You're bent. It's overlooking me. It's early. You're bent with a cartilage. Your nose. And I didn't even have to tell him, but when they always say what you're here for. They put you down in the chair. They tell you to sit in the chair and you tell them basically what you're here for. And I got the words out what I'm here for, hard time breathing. If his first words out of the specialist said, the specialist told me right off the bat, you're bent right here. So he took an instrument, I've said this before, and shined up each nostril. He said, I'm blocked. That's some years ago. Last year, I had a bad coughing jag. I got something in my throat, got something from the keyboards at the library, I guess. I don't know. I didn't use antibacterial gel. And I got a tingling, a tickle, real tickle feel in the throat. And it turned into a bad coughing jag. Every 30 seconds, like for a day and a half, maybe 2 days, bad coughing jag. And I was laying here one night, and I was coughing my head off. All of a sudden, I felt something. I coughed something up. It was kind of hard on my tongue. I couldn't tell what it was, and I went outside to spit it out. It was dark. I didn't look at it. I laid back down, and I thought to myself, "Am I opened up here?" Because I've always been, even a specialist says you're totally blocked. I said, "Am I opened up here?" I didn't think nothing more of it. Next day, I go to the library, and I'm pouring out yellow water from my nostril. Yeah, about a cup and a half. I go home, riding a bike. All of a sudden, my nose up here, it starts itching. I take my finger to itch my nose. Not mucus. Yellow water. A cup of yellow water is going down my hand. Now, if it wasn't for me cough, spitting, whatever was up, it was horrifying. I thought, oh my God, all that yellow water, what's going on? The next day, I was putting a tar on the I was putting a tar on the bike, looking down. All of a sudden, I felt something give up here. Not mucus again. Yellow water, pure yellow water. There was so much of it that splashed on my hand from my nostril that the yellow water was actually dripping off of my hand. I'm not making it up. Ever since then, whatever's broke loose up here, mucus, the hard mucus, whatever's broke loose, of course, it would be raw. That's healing because it's waterish. Yellow water, not mucus. I want to emphasize, not mucus. Yellow water, that's healing. Ever since then, once in a while I get stopped up. But when I first wake up, when your blood pressure's down, there ain't time for mucus buildup. Just about every 99% of the mornings I wake up, I'm free. I'm breathing's real free. So I'm basically making up, like the specialist says, I was probably born that way. So I'm basically making up since I was an infant of sleep. According to him, I've never been able to sleep good. You don't know what it's like to make up 51 years of sleep. One thing I've noticed already, my stress level's down. See, a little resistance. Well, my blood pressure's up now because I've been awake a couple hours. It's built that mucus up. But if you listen closely, a little resistance, but overall, hear about 90%. You hear how easy I'm breathing? And out. In. Out. I've never been able to do that freely. Now, like I said, when I first wake up, always 99% is totally free. And but since I was an infant, I don't know how long it'll take. It's on your brain. It affects your brain when you don't sleep. I don't know how long it's gonna take me to heal. Like a worker at the library said, Christy, she said, you ain't gonna heal overnight. I said, I know. So I can tell slowly, my brain's slowly getting the sleep it needs. Thank God that coughing jag broke something loose up here after all these years. But it's believe it or not, after a year, every now and then I can feel a little a yellow mucus. Right? Yeah. So it's still trying to heal a little bit. Oh my God.